Hey guys, Jeff here, Dice Setters. I will be in Vegas this weekend. Change of plans. Our plumber is going to be working on the house, and so a weekend without water does not sound fun to me. But a weekend in Vegas, that there sounds fun to me. Got two winners. Those two winners are Scott Johnson and Dennis Mendel. Hopefully, I got that name correct. The two trivia questions I had was 2023, the most gambling state per capita, and that would be Rhode Island, which surprising to me. I would have never even guessed that state. And then the question afterwards was there was a Twilight Zone. There was a man who could manipulate the dice. What was his name, the actor's name? And that was Buddy Ebsen. And Buddy Ebsen is most famous for Jed Clampett and Beverly Hillbillies. I thought that, love the Twilight Zone. I love it when, things in that I like to do, kind of coincide with that. I could just imagine being there at the craps table thinking about it and having the dice do weird things. Too bad you can't, but you can influence the dice, and that should give you an edge. It's not that you can predict what the outcome is going to be, but that will give you an edge. On my wife's channel, I did a tips and tricks for playing slot machines. And to this day, that is the most watched video I have ever done. I think it's at 36,000 views. Even on my own channel, nothing compares to that one. I did it not as clickbait. I did it as, this is how I win. And I would show you different machines and how I won on those machines. But it was, clickable bait. And that's what happened. I think it's a good video. There were people that didn't agree, but of course you always will get people that don't agree. So that's what I want to do for this channel. Tips and tricks for winning more money at the craps table. And there are some that will say that you're like, you know what, that's right. I need to do that. And hopefully there'll be one or two that you can use and sit there and say, you know what, this is going to be helpful to me. If I would take what I say and use it on my game, it would be helpful for me as well. So I am also preaching to the choir. The first one, don't focus so much attention to practicing throwing the dice that you forget a good betting strategy. If you're going to roll without throwing a 7 45 times, you had better win more than $1,000. It'd be nicer if you won more than $2,000. It'd be really cool if you won $5,000. Just keep that in mind as you are practicing your dice setting. How many rolls am I getting? How would you be betting? Think about it. Because the reason why we're dice influencing, dice setting, is so we can get the further rolls. But if we don't change our bet strategy, all we're doing is just showing off to the table that we can throw a lot of rolls. We need to be making a lot of money as we throw a lot of rolls. I find it easier to go ahead and make the purchase to have nice chips, poker chips. I don't know how much money I spent on mine. I spent a lot of money on mine. And I wanted something that felt real, that looked real. I didn't want, plastic ones. And I wanted to do that so that as I'm playing on my table, it's no different than playing at the casino. Of course, the only difference is my chips aren't backed up by anybody. But at the casino, those chips are backed up by something. So, food for thought. Think about it. If you're going to have chips, have the ones that closely resembles the casino that you go to. Spend the money. You already made the table, So spend the money and sit there and put your betting strategy out there. Sit there and say, you know what, my bankroll is 500 tonight, and I'm going to see how much money I can make. Simple as that. If you do well there, you're going to do well at the casino. The second one, and the number I want to throw out there is whatever number you want. After winning $5,000, I wanted $1,000 more. So total win would be $6,000 for the night. And in pursuing that 1,000, I lost the $5,000. I have seen this the most with Vegas Matt. And of course, he is a slot channel, and he also does blackjack and other things. I've seen him do this on blackjack numerous of times. They'll be up almost $3,000 or whatever, $4,000. It doesn't matter about the amount. And they're like, you know what? $500 more. And that $500 more puts them back to where they started. Don't sit there and say, you know what, just another, just another, just another. Learn when to walk away. If I won $5,000, it'd be time for me to walk away. Learn when to walk away. Don't sit there and say, one more thousand, and then lose what you took, so hard to make up this money, and lose that. Number 3, understand that your turn is when you're going to make money. Plain and simple. You cannot depend on person 1, person 2, person 3, person 4, person 5, person 6, person 7, that all of us are going to make money around the table. Most casinos make it so that you have to bet, one person on each side or all the way around. There's so many different rules out there per casino. Have a simple strategy that'll get you around the table. Sometimes you're going to lose, sometimes you're going to win. If you can kind of flatten that out and come up even, that's fine with me. You don't want one that sits there and swings high, because when it swings high, it will also swing low. Oh, I've got a strategy that, with random rollers, I can get $2,000 from these people. Just remember, if you're winning $2,000 from one person, you're going to lose $2,000 from one person. A swinging strategy. You're going to win high, you're going to lose high. You want to sit there and even that out. Oh, I lost $50. Oh, I won $50. Oh, I lost $50. Oh, I won $50. That to me is more practical, and maybe by the time it reaches you, you might be up $50. But it's up to you to roll the dice and to get your bankroll where you want it. You can't depend upon other people. Can't do it. And this is a big one for me. Especially Ellis Island is my go-to casino, and they're down to one craps table. And sometimes I find myself doing this, and I sit there and say, nope, I can't do this. I cannot do this. Do not settle for L2 position if you do not throw L2 or from L2. If you are an R1 player, do not settle for L1. If you're the hook player, do not settle for R1, L1, L2, R2. Don't make the crowdedness of the table dictate where you're going to be, because more than likely you're going to lose. You can wait. Do something for an hour. Come back. Your spot might be open. Go early in the morning. If they're going to close at midnight, be there at 11 o'clock. The table will be less busy. This one I can do, but I couldn't do when I first started. Be ambidextrous. I can shoot L1. I can also shoot R1. It makes no difference to me. I don't switch hands, but R1, L1. It's just the positioning of the body. but you're still aiming for the same everything. So make your spots more of them. If your favorite spot is L1, well, when you do your practice, do R1 as well. If your favorite spot is L2, try R2. Do it at your house, and sometimes you'll find out that you're actually better with the other one that you try to stay away from. And that way it gives you more spots on the table to pick from when you go to the casino. And I'm going to keep it at a simple 6. And this one I have to be very careful of. Keep your emotions in check. It's okay to be happy. It's okay, that's the kind of the vibe from the table. But I'm not talking about the happy emotions, the ones that you're mad. Well, why can't this guy down here sit there and move his chips? Doesn't he see that I'm throwing there? I can't believe this guy sat there and bought in the middle of my roll. How come the dealers aren't saying anything? How come the guy can't keep the dice on the table? Keeping your emotions in check. Little things like that are going to make you lose. If you can't keep those in check, the best thing you can do is sit there and color up and wait till tomorrow. Or wait, have lunch, have dinner, have breakfast, come back. It will all change. It will all change in 30 minutes. Those people will be gone. You'll have to sit there and ask yourself, why doesn't that guy move his chips? How come they got to sit there and try to get money in the middle of your roll? Keep your emotions in check, because when your emotions, bad emotions, start to go up, that's going to play up here and it's going to mess up your dice setting, the way that you're throwing, the way that you're thinking. Keep your emotions in check. I hope this has been a help for you. And the two winners I have, Scott and Dennis, give me an email with your address. I've got 2 things I'm going to get you, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. But let me have your email address. Next week, I will be on a cruise, so that just means I have to make the next video, I guess, earlier. So it'll be an earlier video, but it'll come out at the same time. Imagine that. Have a good one, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I try to do this, the trivia things as often as I can. And my hardest thing, truly or not, is going to mail them off. That is the hardest thing. Going to the mail and mailing them off. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.